Mental health. We're talking about it a lot more, but still not enough. Too many people suffer. In fact, the statistics are quite surprising. According to an AI overview, 23% of adults in the US have some form of mental illness, with rates varying between demographics, age, and gender. For example, young adults aged 18 to 25 have the highest prevalence, and females are more likely to be affected than males. However, when it comes to the male population, this is the big challenge that men face. We can't talk about it. We're afraid to talk about it. We will be judged. It is unmanly, and so men suffer in secret and in silence, and it's devastating. I am one of those men who have suffered with mental health, and I wrote a book about empathy, and in big part it has to do with recovering from mental health. Sometimes it stems from childhood, sometimes it's just circumstantial. The pressure of being a man sometimes can be overbearing and overwhelming, and again, we are, through our programming, unable to openly talk about it. And the chances are that either yourself or somebody that you love dearly is experiencing some form of mental health issue. And we hide behind our social media posts, we make ourselves look happy. Success and achievement can make it seem like everything is perfect in our lives. Fame, celebrity, high status, social status, all those things can be facades hiding the painful reality of what's happening deep inside our heart, inside our soul, in our psyche. And my mission is to create some type of positive ripple effect among the many others who are adamant about helping this cause move forward. The other challenge we face is the diagnoses for mental health and the way it's treated are superficial. We avoid getting to the root cause of where it stems from, and we medical professionals easily prescribe medication. Is that the only solution? Some of you will say, yes, it is. It's based on science, and others of you will say, no, there are other remedies that go deeper to the root cause of our body being out of alignment. It can be a simple question of a sense of not having a village, a support system. And I interviewed somewhat of a celebrity, somebody who's definitely in the public eye, who was willing to openly talk about it despite their position in society being open to public scrutiny. And it was quite a fascinating interview. And here's a small snippet of our podcast. I absolutely agree. And I want to keep talking about mental health, depression. You've now been very courageous and very vulnerable. Before I ask you a little bit about your personal journey, I remember watching Michael Jackson. You said that he had suffered a lot. We all know about his childhood. I remember seeing a broken soul during the trials, yet he stood with dignity. He was honorable. He remained his usual gallant, determined human being, but you could see his fragility and his strength. I want to talk a little bit about, if you're willing to, you said you've been suicidal.
Several times.
You've had some dark moments.
Very.
Tell us a little bit about your journey, because Michael Jackson had a very traumatic childhood. Tell us a little bit about your childhood, your journey, the pains you've experienced, how you got out of it, other than just simply dancing to Michael Jackson.
Sure. So I was basically raised by my grandma. My mother worked full-time as a police officer. I would say the issue is my grandma's was kind of mentally ill and very abusive. And on top of that, she hated my father, detested him. And I look just like him. And in turn, I have a sister, both same parents. And my grandma was so mean to me, but was nice to my sister. She was still abusive to her as well, but I definitely got the short end of the stick. And my grandma literally went out of her way to be mean to me and even cruel. And as a kid, it was just